Alrighty, we are back at Slay the Princess. I'm also in my Unis Anna's shirt. Unis Anna's. I miss it. That was fun. So, I found out something because I was having a lot of trouble with OBS, and I found out that if I stay on this screen for a very long time, things happen. I thought that was cool. But even the music changed. Okay, cool. I didn't have my headphones on while the screen was doing screeny things. This is interesting to me because we've come to understand that the mirror, or shards of the mirror, shards of us, or our voices, or whatever, she is going through a similar ordeal, or we are the antagonist to her life. Or, I don't know. I don't know if this is her game or our game, or if that makes sense. Oh, there's more. Oh, there is more. Sorry, I might be here a while. I won't let you guys be here for all of the while if there's nothing to see. Oh, there was one thing that I really wanted to take a look at. So the cold told me, if I were you, I would have done that. I was wondering if maybe when the voice of cold said that, if maybe this is some lasting consequences whenever I talk with the voice of the hero. Maybe the other voices, I'm not sure if the other voices talk to each other about things, or if they're also there, like watching in a way. And the other thing that I was curious about was I told the voice of the hero, you won't be here, or something like that. I remember a lot of things go off belief, and I was like, did I just accidentally kill him?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I like this. I love that. I just love the narrator. I like listening to him say that every time. Alright, so...
You're here to slay her.
Okay, so let's see. Apparently we've learned that it will close off routes we've already done, which is great. I love when the game does that. At the end of the world, we're just talking about... Blah, blah. Okay, so this time we're going to start learning some things, I guess. Where did we end? I remember we did the cold thing. Okay, so I guess canonically my character is now going to investigate a bit more, because I feel like this game is less about slaying the princess and more about slaying the narrator. Though I also think that the narrator is like the old me, like the me that I want to overcome. So the narrator hates the princess because, not because she necessarily betrayed me in any way, though that's still a very heavy possibility, okay? This is just me speculating. But more that if she survives my mind, my old self dies. And he does not like that. He doesn't want to be one of the voices who became the narrator of my life, the primary force, and now I'm thinking of living a different way. I don't think he likes that because he's been the main guy. I'm important. I am the main persona, right? I really think that my dude over here is actually trying to become the hero, and that he wants to make the hero the new narrator. If that makes sense. But it also, looking at the image of himself in the mirror, it looks like I may have screwed up something pretty badly, or I might be struggling to be able to believe in myself for the things that I want to be. I like the design a lot. I just feel like it's gnarled on purpose, though it's supposed to be some depiction of not beautiful. I don't think he's ugly, I think he's cool. But like, I can see that being the thing that it's trying to portray. That I look in the mirror and I don't like what I see. So yeah, okay. All of my theorizing out of the way. Let's go. I think my character is now more curious about the narrator, so let's go.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Yeah, but the only people that really exist are the narrator, me, and my voices, so... and then her. Alright, we're gonna keep inspecting. How can a princess locked away in a basement and...
Don't linger on the specifics.
I will.
You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's
While
locked
I
up?
appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
We really aren't.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Oh, all of this time the voice of the hero isn't here. So I could have completely different voices. I think the hero might completely not be here if I don't do that. Killing a princess seems a little bad. The voice of what? The lethargic? Can't someone else do this?
Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules.
Do you don't?
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
I noticed that. So the narrator can only dictate this world, he cannot dictate me. I think I said before that the narrator is not part of this world. I need to renege the wording of that, because I still believe the same way, but the wording would imply that there's nothing about this world that connects with the narrator, and I think that's not true. I think this was the old world. This was the narrator's world. This is everything that he was familiar with. This is everything that my old self was familiar with. My new self is forming. My new ways I want to go for the rest of my life is forming, and the old is going away. The narrator can see everything about this particular world, this realm, and he can dictate about it, or is that the right word? He can go on talking about it, but he can't see the mirror because that's part of the new. And even though he can still hear the voices, he can't speak from me or from my contemplations. He can only observe and report on what he observes. He's not even given a persona, really, aside from narrator. Like, you've got the voice of this, the voice of that, the voice of this, and he's not given that anymore. He's not really the voice of anything, except for the old world. Quite interesting. I like this. I say the word interesting so many times. I didn't realize until I started playing this game how much I say that word. But I don't think I say it that much in real life. Like, it's just with games and stories. Forget it. I'm not doing this.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. I've considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
I guess I qualify as nobody.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Oh, poor narrator. I am specifically talking about this world here in the game. I'm not talking about the one out here, though. There's a lot of reasons why people would want this world out here to end too, but I'm not for that. I'm more of a believer that we write our own stories, and as long as we're alive, we can keep writing one. And we can write a better one, and I think we should. I also think that the media shows a whole bunch of the things going wrong because it gets views, but there's so many amazing good things happening that are like so many improvements to the world we're making, but instead of promoting what's good, we just focus on what's bad, and then we end up getting worse things, and I think you become what you focus on, so we need to stop my TED Talk here and continue the game is what we need to do. Alright, killing a princess seems kind of bad. And do I get a reward? Like, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. Sweet! I've always wanted to off a monarch. I'm looking forward to pressing that button. I'm not pressing that right now. I'm not agreeing with him. I'm just gonna turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
No. I think I just did the silent thing last time. Or one of the times. You know what? Let me lie.
Somehow I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
The hero is still here. He's still my primary voice. I really do feel like
Ignore
the
that
hero
annoying
is
little
supposed
voice.
to
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I think the narrator is extra hateful of him because that's who I want to be. That's who I want to be the narrator of my life next. It's quite interesting.
That's strange.
It's a theory, though.
It looks like this path
game.
also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Okay, I'm going to the cabin. Turn around and leave it.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't
whoops.
you?
Hang on. I think if I continue this, I'm gonna go to the other world, and that's not what I need to do. Hang on. I don't care, I'm not killing a
Killing
princess.
is such a gauche phrasing and completely ignores the bigger picture. Your task is to slay the princess, because she's terrible and she's really got it coming to her. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Well, the universe is just so freaking tiny that this is literally all you have left. I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. Huh.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Oh.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Huh. Chapter 2, The Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
The narrator's voice sounds a little different, doesn't it?
You're here to slay her. If you don't,
projecting.
it will be the end of the world.
Oh, that music is creepy! Alright. What the hell is this? That would be an interesting one. I would blame her for it when she didn't even do anything. Yep, okay. Heading to the cabin now where I'm definitely going to slay that princess. I'm gonna go the lying route here. The woods forever. Stay in the woods forever. Literally never meet her once in an entire run. I'm curious, actually. Oh no, I'm torn. I want to see what it's like to try and complete a run without ever meeting her. I'm really curious.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Okay, so this is how she fixes that. Got you. Alright, lie. Yep.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from... If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
The voice of the Contrarian. Anybody else have siblings? If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
I mean, to be fair.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors.
Ooh, I hit a button. I guess I'll save these. I didn't mean to hit the button. Oh, I want to hear him say that again. Oh well. The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space, but it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough the place to make any sense.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
The things that don't move. The windows, the walls. Okay, anyway.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh ho ho ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Okay, so me and Colt, like soulmates, right? But me and Contrarian, like your best buds, going off doing really stupid stuff in the streets.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Not slaying the princess. Can't say anything about the mirror on the wall. You know what? I'm curious what he's gonna say about it.
We should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Yeah,
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
I want to choose one of these. I don't feel like he's lying, but I kind of want to see what he says. So we're just going to click that.
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
First mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Take the blade, but I have the Contrarian, right? So can I toss it out the window? I'm curious. Yeah,
You
I'm gonna
take the
it.
blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it?
By tossing it out the window. Just that kind of hold. Like, whee!
The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
The Contrarian is my really annoying bestie who I'm like, you're such an idiot, let's go do the thing, because that sounds fun. Hold the blade
You
the other
switch
way.
your grip on the blade. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes! Isn't this so much better?
Yeah!
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better.
Love the little grippy guy. My little grip.
It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Oh, but that can't stab me. If you're like,
Oh, ouch. 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 You know, you step down. No.
I need to stop. No, we're not doing that today. Yes!
Yes! Do it!
Do it!
Seriously. You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I
Okay,
suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it.
which one? I would fail observation duty because I don't remember which one had. Did I break this one? I don't think this one was broken. I would absolutely fail observation duty. I was not.
We'll
paying
be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends? Oh well. If the princess wasn't going to do it, the heat death of the universe was going to come for it eventually.
I mean,
I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon. What's done is done. Good luck, hero.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
Oh, I like this.
Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
It was the hero who was getting confused.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
You say that every time. Every time. You say that every time. It's like the motto you live by.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Yep. I may be a contrarian. Alright, take the harsh stairs to the left. Take the center stairs. Take the soft stairs to the right. We have harsh, regular, and soft. What does that even mean? Spell left.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs, till there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold.
I thought of Blue Eyes White Dragon. I really, for whatever reason, this whole thing looked like a tail of a dragon. My brain was like, Blue Eye!
Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor.
Wow.
You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill.
is happening?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Oh, this is cool. Oh, it's just these frames. Okay, I was thinking maybe we'd go further.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Oh, that's cool.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish,
Oh, that's cool.
until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
What a good way to be able to use your progress as an artist. I can see these being the rough sketches first, like the layouts, and now you actually have a use for even those. I love that. And also, I am a crow? What? Is this a... the little white circle in it looks like a eye. Like, this looks like crow feathers to me.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you just going to stand there?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
He reminds me of Dionysus from the game Hades.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here. What's your name?
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really. You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
This is such a cool route. I really like this route. I like every route, but I love this route.
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until... It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Yes. I could just say there are more of you now, which possibly would work. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here? You're apparently a threat to the world, or else sent here to slay you. I'm getting you out of here. Try and free her. Wait, all of these are one? I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement, regretfully. Literally, all of these are highlighted. Is this part of the whole chaos thing happening? Or was this just an accident in the game? If so, it's cool that it's on this route. There's more of you now.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin? There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? We'd always start by retrieving the blade. The one he made us throw out the window. I wasn't the one who threw it.
I was the one who threw it.
Oh, come on, you told us to. Don't try to pass the blame now that it's come back to bite us. Well, if I'd known we'd be dealing with this, maybe I wouldn't have been so hasty with my suggestions. I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Getting down here was weird.
What, like you need me to hold your hand and tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
Good
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
Huh, good to know. For all I know, you're left up here for a reason. Do you even know why?
Maybe it's because I'm dangerous. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it. Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster. And the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
The Contrarian has started to renege himself a little bit. Interesting. Well, it literally, it's all one clump.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Okay, so that was on purpose. I like that.
You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
Ooh, I'm confusing the heck out of the narrative.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't...
Hang on, I'm just gonna make sure that y'all can see this. This is ridiculous.
Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
I'm enjoying this. This is so cool.
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
Oh. That's like... Erdskuld and Veldanti? Veldanti? I can never really remember how to say their names.
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
Yeah, this looks like Norn.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
Ooh. Wow.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Oh, yeah, the Contrarian really is.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
I don't think it's supposed to be fixed. You just destroyed everything. I'm not going to fix you. Interesting. I'll do my best. Oh. Okay. But you'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Illusion of choice when everything is possible. Memory returns. Okay. Memory returns.
She's gone.
That was what
Where did she go?
And then I was
Should
like,
we
oh my gosh,
try
why
and
did you
find
know
her?
this?
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
And of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. Okay, so I guess there's that mirror again. I guess did memory return to the hero as well? It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
The cold was the only one that was like, I guess. Yeah, I'm curious about why they don't like it. Okay, so again, I'm looking at my own theory that, of course, they're all shards of it, is how I understand it. Like, you could see the mirror, or hear the mirror shatter at the end of every conversation with Entity B. They don't like the complete picture of what they make for some reason. And I think that kind of ties into me thinking I don't like what I look like when I looking in the mirror. Like, I personally am fine. Entity A does not seem to like it. Entity A even called one of his forms the bloat. So, like, you've grown, and it didn't use a kind connotation to that. It used the word bloat, which usually makes you think in more of a negative connotation. It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay. You know what? It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side, it's going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. You're not messing with us, right?
Let's go. Approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in her. Oh! The decay. You've withered. So it was based on the answer choice? Because I said it's the end for you, but not for me. The bloat. I said it's gonna be okay. The decay. You've withered. Okay, you find the long bite again. There she is.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. What do you mean contradictions don't exist? What do you mean contradictions don't exist? So many things are contradictions. Jumbo shrimp is just one right there. I think this is just stupid. I almost want to answer just to see what the answer is, but I just personally, on a whole level, just think that's stupid. I'm not gonna ask. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit, even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a straight answer? Legitimately, dude, use your brain hole. Alright. It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us hurts the other. Doesn't it make you feel
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. Oh. 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 Wait a minute, that's really sweet. Oh, that hit. That's really sweet. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what this says about me. You know? Yeah, I have no opinion one way or the other. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me. I hate it. I think I hate you. It's so cheesy usually, but that hit. In this context, that hit. If I heard that in like a regular day-to-day conversation, my brain would be like, "Oh, that's kind of cheesy," but it'd be cute. But like that, for some reason, just really hit me this time. Just because I don't know, that just hit me. No, not really. I mean, that's the legitimate answer. That was really what I said, so I'm just gonna go with it.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Yeah, no, true. What do you think of this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
She always says, "Do not mourn," and this makes sure that I know for a fact that the vessel she's talking about is this entity B. I just wanted to triple verify that, honestly. Enough of the pretension, I was just saying, I'm still planning to kill you. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
This is a really good one to be wearing my Unisonus merch too. I don't know, I feel like this is very memento mori.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Have you figured out what you want?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Yeah, and I feel like that's basically the same with my persona as well. So with Entity A, there's so many voices, but none of them are really rising up to be the main one. The hero is rising up a bit. Like, it seems like the hero is most dominant out of all the other voices, because he's just always there. I wonder if I could not have the hero on my runs. Curious. Maybe if I go to slay... Well, no, even if I go to slay her, he's trying to make sure that he feels heroic doing it. Like, he thinks of himself as the hero, or he just really wants to be. He wants to do the right thing. Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
She is so cool. How many more do you need?
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay. Well, I am ready to go back then. Oh, hang on. Let me go ahead and save. Because there's a whole bunch of other answer choices that I just don't answer. I'm curious about them, But I'm not going to answer them on this run because this is the way that I am playing this game, so...
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
I want to play this... Yep, there's that shattering glass. I want to play this the way I feel like I would play it. Bring the stranger to her. A rich and vibrant heart. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
This has been a very good run. I'm at beyond time, so I'm gonna end this one here. But yeah. All right. Loving this game. By the way, I have been playing Pinstripe. Really love it, so that's going to probably be the next post. I also have some random games that just cute little one-offs that I want to do. These games like this, and I did play a little bit of Bloodborne, and also Elden Ring as soon as I get it. It's just a little pricey at the moment, I just don't have it. But those games, this one and those, take a lot longer to edit than you would probably think. So I need some shorter games. So if you guys have some short one-off games that I can do, as well as doing these, like I will keep having a few of these, but I can't have all of them be like this. They just take me a lot longer to edit, and I just don't have a lot of time. I really have so many things to get to. So if you have any quick games or cute, fun, strange, scary games that are kind of short that you would like to throw my way, see what I would like, how I would experience it, please mention them in the comments. And I love you guys bunches. Stay gorgeous, peeps. Mwah.